Hi guys, Mr. Place here with another demo, this time on creating a simple mask in Premiere Pro. Now we've all used Photoshop to create a mask, and some of you might have used After Effects to experiment with creating masks, and they're fantastic. They really can enhance your video. So the definition of a mask is basically, it lets you define a specific area in a clip that you want to blur, cover, highlight, apply effects, or even color correct. You can create and modify different shape masks like an ellipse, a rectangle, or you can draw a freeform Bezier shapes using the pen tool, in which I prefer to use. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So let's go ahead and show you how to make a mask. We're going to bring in a clip of an elevator door. Okay, the elevator door that's going to be basically open up and close. Okay, so I've got more than enough space on the clip. I'm going to do a little bit of trimming, but first of all, I'll just mute this, bring the volume down. I want the clip to start just before it opens, so we're going to trim the clip at the beginning. And we're going to stop the clip right there. There's our clip. Okay, so let's move this over and let's apply a mask to the text we're going to put in here. Okay, so we're going to use the type tool. And we're going to type in the name of our movie, which is The Elevator. I've already pre-selected the text and size. I've even put in a drop shadow just so that your text is going to pop. Okay, so I might have been a little too heavy on the shadow. I'm going to bring it back a bit. We are perfectionists here. Okay, so our drop shadow is looking good. Okay, center, let's bring it down a bit. Perfect. Right on the eye line where it should be, and centered right in the door there. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to create a mask. The elevator text is superimposed on top of the layer of the video, so we want to make it look like it's inside the elevator and reveals once the door opens. Okay, so make sure your clip is long enough. We select our clip, make sure it's selected, and we go to Effect Controls. Okay, opacity. There's three tools in opacity that we can use. One is the ellipse, the rectangle, and this is the one we're going to use is the free draw Bezier. Okay, so what we can do is, let's try this again. Click, 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 click. Okay, so there's our mask. So what we have to do is we have to go in, we're going to animate this path of the mask. So you'll see in a sec what that means, but we have to select the time vary stopwatch to animate, of course. And also what we have to do is we have to invert. So when you hit invert, watch what happens. Okay, it disappears, which is good. So it's gone, it's masked off. Oh, for some reason it came back. Let's hit invert again. There we go. So it is disappeared. It's masked off in that area. So now what we want to do is we want to animate the path of the mask like this. And again, make sure your time vary stopwatch is selected on your mask path, otherwise this won't work. And what we do is we just multiple frames. Okay, it's a very simple elevator door moving. There's not a lot of, it's not very complex. So you can go multiple frames. Okay, so I'm just hitting the space bar, going multiple frames, moving forward, and I'm just keeping up with the elevator door. Okay, so that is going to be recorded in your keyframes, as keyframes, and basically what happens is the door now shuts. So we have to follow again with our path. We have to manually move the path so that it now, instead of revealing, it's now covering up the elevator text. So look at that, it's looking really good. Okay, a very simple mask. This is the most simple way to make a quick mask. So if this is your first time, this is probably a very easy tutorial, and we went right to the chase. We cut right to the chase. So this is what it looks like, the elevator. It's a very effective way to do a unique intro credits or any special effects that you want to do to reveal something in your video. So this is fantastic. let's bring in something a little bit more complicated. Reduce the volume here. And this is me in the car. All right, yay, Hyundai, Santa Fe. Okay, so we're going to trim the clip again. What I'm going to do is start the clip here because the text is going to be behind the car. And it's going to be, again, revealed. So I'm going to go to about right here. That's all I need. Okay, so let's find the end of this clip. Trim it. And there we go. There is our car moving, and it's going to reveal some text. So same way, it's a little bit more complicated because the shape of the car. So here's how we're going to do that. Make sure it's selected. The type tool. Okay, so we've got type tool, and we're going to call this back lane of fear. Woo, perfect for Halloween. And again, go to dafont.com and grab yourself some good font. I previously went there and grabbed some Hornite font. Okay, not the best looking font, but it was the quick and easy. Center it. Make sure it's right behind the car. There's nothing that's sticking out that people are going to see. So you might have to pull this back a bit. I'm putting a drop shadow on it again just to make the text pop. Okay, so there we go. We are ready to go. Okay, make sure that your text is equal to the clip under it. You might have to trim it or make it bigger. So here we go. Without further ado, select the top layer, which is the text right here. And then we're going to go to effect controls. Again, opacity. Okay, the Bezier. We're going to use the pen tool. And we're going to click, click, click. And this time, because the shape of the car is different, I'm going to put a whole bunch more points on there. Okay, multiple points. And again, this is editable. If you make a mistake, you can always click on it and drag it up. Okay, so here we go. We have to make sure we invert. Okay, it's now disappeared. It's within the path. It's within the mask. And turn on this time vary stopwatch. And now we go multiple frames. Again, hitting the space bar. And because we have more points, we can be a little bit more complicated. Okay, and I'm missing a point. So you can always just click anywhere on the path and make a new point. Okay, there's other ways of doing this to edit your points and that, but in a very simple, quick way, this is what we want to do. So this is good enough for what we're doing today. Look at that, perfect. Okay, so now you can see that the B in back lane of fear is now revealed. Again, we just have to keep on retaining that shape. The shape of the car is not changing, so it's going to move multiple frames when you start editing. So this is great. And again, you don't have to do underneath the car because there's no text at that level. Here we go. We have a couple more to do before we're done. And back lane of fear is now being revealed. Again, you guys can go to dafont.com to get your... Oh, and if you make a mistake, just Command Z will take you back. Okay? Again, go to get your own font from wherever you want to get it, dafont.com or wherever you want. And let's just finish off this. Just stylize it. You know what? Let's actually do this properly. We are almost done. So I hope you enjoyed this, and now you guys know how to make a mask. And you can apply this to different concepts. If you want to cover up something, put a mosaic or blur or something. Or again, just color correct something within that mask, you can. So again, let's have a look. Here's our finished product. Looking really good. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed this demo, and good luck on making your simple mask in Premiere Pro. All right.